Hi all. Today let's see how we can add pre-commit validations so that only the compliant code gets checked in to your repository. Now let's take a look at this sample code. So you can see that this code contains two lint errors. So one is that the signature is not properly provided for this method and the developer has accidentally added a debugger statement which he used for debugging the application but forgot to remove. So when we run the lint against this code, it will fail. But the developer can still go ahead and commit the code. So there is no check which prevents him from doing that. So here I am adding a commit message and committing it. You can see that the bad code got committed. So once the code is merged to the master branch, it will be included in the continuous integration pipelines and this will result in failure in case the continuous integration runs the linter. So how can we prevent this from happening? So we can make use of the JIT hooks like pre-commit where we can add the validations so that the bad code does not get into our code base. So now first let us undo the bad commit which I had done earlier. So here I am using the VS Code to do that. Now the last commit has been reverted. Now let's install a utility called Husky which can be used for managing the JIT hooks. We can install Husky as a dev dependency and once it is installed we can run the command husky init which will create a sample JIT hook which we can modify according to our needs. So let's execute the command. So Husky has been installed and the pre-commit hook has been created. Now if we check the code you can see that the pre-commit hook is there and by default it creates the command npm test. We can modify it to anything we want, like so in our example we will be running the lint command. So now let's try and do a commit on the code. I'm adding the code and now let's commit it. So you can see that the lint command has been started. So since there were errors in our code, the commit has been stopped and the bad code has been prevented from getting into the code base. JIT provides an option called no verify. So the syntax is like this, the JIT commit and no verify. So using this we will be able to bypass the pre-commit validations. So this is not at all a recommended option and should not be used unless there is a real reason to use it. One drawback of using the Husky pre-commit hooks directly is that suppose I removed the problem code, that is the app component, I removed it from the staging and actually I want to commit only these four files. Now if I try to do a commit, it still fails. This is because actually the pre-commit hook executes the lint across the entire code base and not only the staged files. So in order to help with this situation, we have a library called lint staged. Now let's install it as a dev dependency. Now the lint staged dependency has been installed. Now let's modify the command to be executed in the pre-commit hook. So I am changing it to npx lint staged and we need to add a configuration for the lint staged in our package.json and here the command is lint staged and the options we have given that the target files are TypeScript files and the command to be executed is npm run lint. So in case there are multiple commands to be executed, we can provide it as a array of commands. So here I have made the changes. Now let's commit these staged files. So I'm trying to execute the commit. So you can see that all the changes has been checked in and the lint did not run because it did not find any TS files which were in the staged changes. Now let's stage our changes and try committing the code so that we can see that whether the linter is getting executed. So here an error occurred that the app component could not be found. So one problem with the npm run lint, so what we had given in the package JSON was that we need to run the npm run lint command, which internally calls the ng-lint. So the ng-lint does not work well with the lint staged command. So for this there is a workaround, like you can install either a third-party library called ng-lint staged, so which will internally handle the incompatibility, or you can directly use the ts-lint itself. So in my scenario, I am going to use the ts-lint. So let me go to the package JSON and I am modifying the command as ts-lint, and I need to provide the project configuration. So that is the tsconfig, and let me stage that change. Now we will run the command once more. So now you can see that the linter has been executed against the file and it is reporting the lint errors. So since the lint errors are present, the commit failed. So once we come back to the code, you can see that the changes which we staged earlier are still there. However, there are some new changes also present. So these contains the old changes. So how these files are created is that the lint stage takes a backup of the files and stashes it before executing the commands which we provided in the lint stage. So in case of any errors, it will just reapply the stash, and that is what we are seeing here. So since we are running only the lint command and not modifying any files, what we can do is in the pre-commit file, we can add an option called no stash so that it will not take any backup prior to executing the command. And also you can provide a flag q which is called the quiet mode so that you won't be able to see more verbose messages. So now let's execute the command once more. So you can see that it shows that the backup is not getting created and it executes the linter. Once we go back to the code, you can see that no new files have been created. There is an option to debug the lint stage. So you need to add the flag -d. So let's stage this and run the command. So now you can see that the lint stage is throwing more information for us so that we will be able to debug in case of any failures. The lint stage tool can be used in conjunction with other tools like ESLint, Prettier, etc. So here in this commands we can even add commands to fix the lint errors as well. Hope you were able to get a better idea how we can implement the pre-commit validations so that bad code does not enter our repository. See you soon. Thank you.